Have you ever thought about what work is? Have you ever thought about why do we have to work? And does work feel like it's a four-letter word, something that you dread, something that you have to do, something you don't look forward to? What if work was the most fulfilling thing that that we could do? What if the work that we put our minds to and we put our hands to, what if that was the thing that gave us the most fulfillment in life, and that we cherished it and we celebrated it? So let's talk about that. Okay, there are 5 things that I want to talk about in this video. 1 is, what is your work? 2, why should you be working? 3, how do I know what my work is? 4, when should I begin my work? And number 5, where should I be working or executing the things that I have focused my work efforts on? So let's talk about definitions of work. 3 pretty common definitions I just pulled from the internet. Number 1, work is activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. Definition number 2, a task or tasks to be undertaken, something a person or thing has to do. And number 3, work is something done or made. So I think, or I wonder if work is not just something that we put our hands to. What if work is something that we are becoming? What if the work is truly a process of us becoming something? So what I mean by that is, I think sometimes we dread work. We associate work with the 9 to 5. We associate work with something I need to do to pay the bills, and something that maybe I wish I didn't have to work. I wish I could just relax. Wish I could just do more leisure or more fun things. I wish I didn't have to do this work, because the work is what I need to do to pay the bills. What if in God's eyes, what if his intention, his plan was that we would not be trapped in this sort of 9 to 5 sort of work that we can live in, or that we would have such a negative mindset towards working, but that we would be excited to be working towards becoming something. People that are creative, or that operate in creative spaces and are developing skills and to serve others, or to enrich other people's lives, are people that they just sort of move from one level to the next level to the next level with accomplishments, and putting more tools in their tool pouch of things they've learned in life, and things that they're growing in. They're becoming better communicators. They're becoming more efficient at a certain trade or skill, or just an expert or a professional in a certain industry or vocation. Those people are actually becoming something different. Every day they're actually growing, and they're not the same person that they were the day before. They are actually literally evolving into something different every day. And over a series of days, maybe you don't see the change, but the days turn into weeks, and then the weeks turn into months, and those months eventually turn into years. And someone who is really focused on self-improvement and taking initiative to develop themselves and to apply themselves at something that they think is worthwhile and valuable, those people they're literally becoming something different. So what if work was us becoming something that God originally intended for us to become. I love this idea that, it even talks about it in the Bible that, Jesus made this comment or statement, and we can read about it, and it says, I came to do the work that the Father gave me. And then we see at the end of his life, when he's on the cross, he says, it is, he talks about it being finished, right? And I've thought about that. I've thought, okay, so Jesus had work that was given to him. There was something that he was born to accomplish. There was something that he was supposed to do. And there was something that he was supposed to become during his short life that he had here on earth. I think we're all supposed to do that. I think God has put something, a gift. Well, first of all, I think we all have gifts. I think God has given all of us a gift. No one has been born that was not given a gift. We all have a gift. And I think we all have a purpose. That purpose can only be fulfilled by you. No one else can fulfill your purpose. You were born to serve a purpose, and you are the only one in all of eternity that will serve that purpose. Now, along with that, I think God has given all of us a work that we're supposed to do or accomplish or become. I think it is something that He gives us a certain amount of time. For some of us, it's a shorter amount of time. Other people have maybe a longer amount of time to do that. But I think regardless of however much time we have, it's our duty and it's our responsibility to ask God, what is my purpose? What gift did you give me? And he you're going to find it because he hid it somewhere where you can't lose it. It's literally inside of you. I mean, he put it inside of you. And so I think it's our responsibility is to just to be quiet and to pause and to say, what is my purpose? What is my gift or gifts? What is it that you've given me? What is the work that you want me to accomplish with my time here in this life? And what is it that you want me to become so that one day I could stand before him and he could say, well done. You did it. You finished the work that I gave you to do. You became what I wanted you to become. You did it. And I think, I've thought about this myself, and I know I've had some conversations with other people about this. They'll say, well, how do we know? How do we, and when we start talking about purpose, there are different purposes. It's not like, I have a purpose as a neighbor. I have a purpose as a brother. I have a purpose as a son to a mother and a father. I have a purpose as a father to my wife. As a husband to my wife and as a father to my children. I have a purpose as, I think I mentioned that the first as like a neighbor. Just to be neighborly and to be mindful and to be courteous of those around me. So what I'm talking about is a purpose that was given, a special assignment that was given just to you, and a special assignment that was given just to me. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about special assignments, and we all have it. And I can tell you, if you begin to feel like you don't, like you're looking around thinking, what do I have to add to this world? No one sees me, no one notices me. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Does life even have meaning or value? When you begin to think that you have something that only you can do, if you don't do it, it will not get done. You have a work literally that only you are the only one that can do that work. That you're the only one that can do it in the style that you would do it. You're the only person that could say it with the words and the way that you would say it. You're the only one that has you were born at a certain time and in a certain place that gives you a very unique opportunity to accomplish something that you need to accomplish. And I think if I can begin to think of work not as a 4-letter word, as something that's bad and something that I dread and something I don't want to do and just need to work until I'm, pay my taxes and eventually I'll be dead. Or eventually I can retire from my work because I just hate it so much. You will never retire from your God-given purpose. Your purpose was given to you, and I think I'm kind of using these a little bit interchangeably. Your purpose and your work, I think it was given to you so that you could identify it. Once you've identified it, and I really genuinely think that if you pray and you say, God, help me to know what my purpose is. Like literally, like just you have to pray and know that if you ask, you will receive. The scriptures teach us that. It actually says that, if you have not, it's because you've asked not. But when you do ask, believe that you're going to get it. So if you start asking, then you have to believe it. You have to believe that he will hear you and that he is going to help you know your purpose. Your purpose is something that gives you energy. Your purpose is something that it's like you see a problem or you see a situation and you immediately know how to solve the problem. Like it's like natural for you. It doesn't take effort. It's like there's something that you can do that helps other people, and you just kind of do it. Like you do it, and it doesn't even feel like it doesn't feel strenuous. It gives you energy, and it gives you a sense of fulfillment. Your work and your purpose is not for you, even though you will get benefit from it, and there will be blessings because of it. But the work that was given to you, i.e. your purpose, is so that you can serve other people. So we ask, God, help me to know, what gift did you give me? Okay, or gifts. Once you've identified those, then it is a matter of refining and developing those gifts, cultivating those gifts. Whatever the tool is that he gave you, you got to start to sharpen it. You got to learn how to use it. Maybe you have the gift of speaking. Maybe you have the gift of being hospitable towards others, and you have a gift of hospitality. Maybe you're gifted in a trade or like a certain vocation, like with engineering or with numbers or business. Maybe your entrepreneurship or something. Whatever it is that you find yourself to be have an inclination to, and that you've identified, this is the thing that I'm good at this. I'm good at this thing. Okay. You have to refine it and develop it. And then you take that gift and you serve it to as many people as you possibly can. And at the end of your life, I guarantee it, you will have a life of fulfillment. And I think if I can do that in my life, I will stand one day before God and he will say, well done. You did it. You finished the work I gave you to do. You developed your gift. You served it to as many people as you could, and you've helped others. That is why we're given gifts. That is why we're given work. The work is not to be something that is bondage or slavery. That's not it at all. Actually, it's the opposite. Our work gives us freedom. It gives us a sense of just free, like we're free, and we lose thought of time when we're in our work and when we're doing something that we enjoy. Time flies by so quickly, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for like 8 hours. I feel like I just started. You never get tired of it. You never get bored of it. And like I said, it just gives you energy. So if you're doing something and it is robbing you of your energy, you may not be operating in your gift. If you're doing something and you hate it and you dread waking up on Monday morning to go to work, you're probably not doing your gift. You have at some point, and we all do this, at some point you have settled for a paycheck, or you have settled for maybe even a lie that, okay, well, I know I should be doing this other thing, but I just need to do this right now because it'll, got to pay the bills. I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm not judging you for that at all. I do, but I'm saying deep down, you know that you want to be living free and you want to live a life of fulfillment. And there's nothing that brings us more joy and happiness is when we make someone else's life better. And I'm telling you, that is what your gift is. So back to the definition of work. I think we need to rethink what work is. And I think I want to rethink what work is. And what I want to focus on is becoming someone who is operating in my area of gifting and in my area of purpose, and that I am every day getting better at that gift and getting better at refining and developing that gift, and then I'm finding as many people as I possibly can to serve it to them. So I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about with this. So my current vocation work is not this at all. It's not me coaching or teaching or sharing thoughts or talking into a camera on YouTube. I work in research and development, and my job is, I'm very thankful for the work. I've been doing it for about 20 years, and it has been able to support my family financially. Would not say that we are, I'm not able to retire by no means, but it definitely has supported my family okay. But I realized that I'm not able to really use what I think now are the gifts that God has given me, which is something that I think will be better served doing what I'm doing now. And so what I'm going to do is, just like what I mentioned, is I've been praying. I've identified, okay, you want me to teach, talk, coach, encourage, share something that God has shown to me, to be a light shining in a dark world. I think that is part of the work that He's assigned to me. And I now am going to be faithful in doing that. So it's definitely not, doesn't come natural for me just to turn on a camera or a phone and start talking to it. It's actually it's funny because my friend recently told me, he said, it's like talking to a non-blinking glass eye, right? Which is what this camera is here, the little camera that is here on my phone. It's different when you're in a conversation or you're talking to someone, right? But I know that what I'm sharing is going to be seen by you, and that is what's encouraging to me. So anyway, we're all on this journey together. I'm learning, but I'm taking steps and actions right now to be faithful and to be to not wait any longer to develop my work and to serve it to as many people as I can. So anyway, I hope this benefits you. It gives you something to think about, and we'll look forward to talking to you on another video. All right, have a blessed day. Bye.